Hello, my friends. Hello. How is everybody doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone is well and enjoying their day. Before we start, please kind of put a like. It's going to help, with the for the video to be seen on YouTube. Also, before we start, as always, you can check out my course and private group and the link to my high risk, high reward coins and my market updates in the video description down below. And it's also going to be in the comment section once we're done with this video. So come enjoy, my friends. American Phoenix, hello, my friend. How are you? How are you? How are you? If you're here once again, please say hi so I know you're here, friends. How's everybody doing? Uh, Hello, William Harbinson. Hello, my friend. Before we talk about crypto, let's just ask how everyone is. I am still in Dubai. It's beautiful here. I'm loving the city more and more with every single day. But today's quite windy. Yesterday I went to the Miracle Garden. It's insane. It's super beautiful. The flowers are gorgeous. Everything. The city is just gorgeous. I just love it. Observation channel. Hello, my friend Mark Zandbergen. Hello, hi. Canator, once again, OG. Good morning. You good soul. Thank you, my friend. Good morning to you too. Danny Modhill. Hi, Rob. Hello, my friend. Michelle Musalem. Hi from Dubai. Oh, you're in Dubai also. Hello, my friend. How are you liking it here? Srijit Pillai. Hello, my friend. Holly Molly. Hello, my friend. Michelle Musalem. Yes, I'm glad to hear that. Alba XRP. Hi, Rob. Love your work, mate. Alan from Boona, Australia. Hello, Alan. Thank you so much. I appreciate the kind word. Hope you're having a wonderful time in Australia. Hope all your loved ones are well, and so are your friends. All right, my friends, let's jump into it. Basically, where we are right now in the market, it's a very indecisive point. We have a lot of bears and bulls bickering and arguing whether or not we're going to go up, whether or not we're going to go down. There are calls for $2,000 Bitcoin. There are calls for a $200,000 Bitcoin this year, believe it or not, because a lot of people believe in a super cycle and not in the cycles the way I believe in it. What I would like to say about that, right? Uh, Everyone is just guessing at this point, right? So what people really are doing, they're using fib extensions, and they're also using fractals to try and predict what the market is going to do. In my personal experience, I've been investing for close to 10 years now, and I've been in crypto since 2016. I can tell you that fibs are a good tool for trading, but for market reversals, for macro analysis, neither fibs nor fractals are really that great. Um, if you're my patron, you know exactly what I'm looking for. You know which technical proof and evidence I'm looking for to see whether or not there's a market reversal. In fact, today I'm going to do a patron update and once again remind everyone and share what we're looking for, what kind of market structure we're looking for to get a bullish confirmation and a reversal into the bull market. And basically the point being, uh, if certain things don't happen, meaning that there is no evidence of a market reversal. For now, despite my patrons and I having bought a lot of different coins, and dollar cost averaged a lot after these massive crashes, uh, I keep reiterating on Twitter: don't chase green candles, don't force entries, because we stick to the plan, right? With the exception of old coins that are in the $99 tier, where we basically have old coins that I believe in the future are going to deliver 50 to 100x profits. Those coins are all down a lot. Some of them are down 98, 99%, 95%. And of course, they can crash further, but that's not really relevant because in the past, historically, whenever a coin crashed that much, it has always been a great entry for the coins that did reverse. We don't know exactly which coins are going to pump very well, and which ones are going to go to zero, which is exactly why we diversify. And everything I do, any tier, it's always about diversification, diversifying into different narratives, diversifying into different utility cases. Excuse me, making sure that basically we increase our chances of maximizing our profits. Even the profit taking strategy is different, as you well know. I mix that up. Even the trailing And stop losses once we reverse into the bull market differ, for every single coin nearly. So you really got to mix it up, because the only way you can ensure that you lock in great profits in the bullish phase of the cycle, once we are there, right now we still don't know if we're there, but once we are there, the only way we can maximize our chances of succeeding and locking in huge profits is by really mixing up what we do, right? Um, let's see what you're saying, my friends. Shrajit Pillai, VRA FET killing it. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, my friend. That's exactly why you should diversify. Chinedu Joseph, hello, Rob. It's been quite a long time. Where have you been? Hope you're good. I'm well, thank you, Chinedu. I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name right. I hope I am, my friend. I'm well. Everything is great. I've been wonderful. Life is great, and I can't complain. Shin Igami, you are just kilometers away from where I live, bro. Oh, where do you live? Where do you live, my friend? Oh, Manjiro, hero, hello. Oh, hey, Rob, all is well. I'm glad to hear that, my friend. It's good to see you. It's really nice to see you. I love seeing you every single time, Manjiro. Welcome. Diversify is beautiful. Absolutely. Diversification is a huge tool that's vastly underestimated. I've been counting and seeing what I'm doing, and I would not be surprised. I've said this before. A lot of people say this is too much, but I will not be surprised if by the time that we have a confirmation and we're basically in a full-fledged bull market, if I have around 100 coins in my portfolio. I know that a lot of people are against this. A lot of people are, especially maximalists, who are only into one or two or three coins. And then there are people who have like 20, 30 coins, and it's very difficult, they say, to keep track of 100 coins. I can definitely confirm it's not easy. It is challenging. It takes work, but it's also, I believe, laziness. People just can't be bothered. For me, crypto is a full-time job. I do this 24/7, so all day long I'm checking coins all day long. Excuse me, I'm looking at my portfolio. I'm looking how every single coin performed. And when the full-fledged bull market hits, it's just going to be like the last time. I wasn't even sleeping normally. You just I don't know, it was probably like sleep 2-3 hours, wake up, keep working, sleep another 2-3 hours, wake up, keep working. So in the bullish phase of the cycle, is going to get very hectic, but it's worth it. It's really worth it. That's what we're doing all of this for. And uh, I'm not going to sit here like a lot of the people and show you these narratives that we're in a super cycle, or that this and that is going to happen. It's really not the way I go about investing. When I was a noob and a newcomer, yeah, I used to be a victim of all that mentality. And then I actually looked at what really worked for me, right, in the last two cycles, and this is the third cycle of mine. I really looked at what works. And despite me trying to use time frames and other technical analysis to really confirm what the market is going to do on a macro scale, the main tool for me is percentages by far, right? I really don't stick to the bullish or bearish narrative. I just think of myself as an investor. And when a coin is down enough percentage wise, I start dollar cost averaging and diversifying. And when it's up enough, I start setting trailing stop losses and selling, and make sure at a certain point I get out with my entire bag, right? And if the coin keeps pumping much harder thereafter, I just ignore it. That's exactly why I diversify, because there are other coins that will keep pumping. I make sure that I do not FOMO. I make sure I do not buy, and I only buy once the market is down tremendously and everything has crashed horrendously. Right now we're in a macro accumulation phase, like we've been talking about, and of course, when we're in a macro accumulation phase, we're always getting negative news. I do not remember one single time ever since I've been in financial markets, ever since I've been in speculative markets, where the accumulation phase seemed like it's a great time to accumulate. And the accumulation phase itself implies, right, that there's a huge window where you can accumulate. If you're on my Patreon, once again, you know exactly where I plan to accumulate and which coins I plan to accumulate. And, the whole strategy is based on the notion that you buy only upon new lows. So you buy when the market keeps crashing. If you bought at a certain price, you not buy that at a price again. Even if, let's say, Bitcoin went to like $15,000, that it pumped to $30,000 and it's back to $15,000. I would not buy at $15,000 once again. I would wait for new lows, and if it would give me new lows, I would buy it upon new lows and make sure the difference is good enough to make sure when the market starts crashing, my average price is good enough to make sure I get good ROI when the bull market hits, right? Um, so yeah, that's pretty much, and also another very important tool that I keep talking about. You have to make sure that your dollar cost average with the same amounts of money, because let's say if you bought Bitcoin with $10,000 at 60K, then with $10,000 at 50K, which you should also not do, because people do that because they believe in dollar cost averaging, but dollar cost averaging, it should be done the right way also. You only dollar cost average after huge crashes. But anyway, what I was saying, if you buy with 10K, 60, 50, 40, 30K, and then once you get to 20 and 15K or 10K or 5K, and you're only throwing in $1,000 each time, you're not really going to bring down your average. So you're going to need a big pump simply to break even in the bull market when people are already making money and good money. So you have to make sure that you only start dollar cost averaging after huge crashes. You have to make sure that you only start dollar cost averaging upon new lows, and you have to make sure that you start dollar cost averaging with equal amounts of money. And you have to make sure that you're not favoring one coin over another. If there's a tiny difference, in terms of like if you favor one coin and it's just like the difference you're investing here and there is like tiny, small, not significant, that's okay. But definitely do not go investing 50% of your portfolio in one coin and then the other 50% of different coins. In fact, like I keep saying, I do not believe that you should have more than 10% in any coin. I know a lot of people have different strategies, a lot of people have different methods, but I do what works for me. I do what has worked for me. I do what has changed my life. And what has changed my life is the strategy that I teach. And that being the case, I'm going to stick to what works, because I made a lot of mistakes in the past when I was starting out. I started with $1,600. Twice my portfolio pretty much nearly went to zero, and I started learning from my mistakes. I started understanding that basically day trading is very difficult. Then I started looking at statistics, realized that 95% of day traders all over the world lose money consistently, so only 5% are successful. Then I realized that 90% of swing traders lose money, only 10% are successful. Although I can do swing trading pretty well, I stopped doing it after major crashes to make sure I don't miss out on the huge pumps in the future. And then I found out that 80% of investors are successful. So basically, investors are 4 times more successful than day traders, right? That means basically, statistically, mathematically, you're much more likely to make money investing and not day trading. I know people love that notion of day trading because everybody wants to make money every single day, but it just doesn't work like that. The statistics tell you that doesn't work like that. The statistics tell you that out of 100 people, 95 people lose money every single day, and only 5%, only 5 people out of 100 make money every single day. I don't know, unless you really think that you got what it takes and you're really ready to study and learn from your mistakes and put in hard work, years of hard work, you might end up being one of the 5 people. But I know myself, for example, I'm a successful investor, but I know for sure that in terms of day trading, I simply do not have the time, and I would rather save myself the stress and basically, unnecessary amount of energy to try and make these little amounts of money every single day. And once again, people use heavy leverage to get decent profits, and I don't use leverage because leverage is very difficult, and it cannot just blow your account. It can pretty much destroy your entire life. So I don't never use leverage. I just invest and I stay impatient because, excuse me, I remember very well what was happening. During every single bear market, we have traders that become very popular. In the bull market, they're also popular, the ones who are bullish. In the bear market, the ones who are bearish, right? And they make these little money. And since it's boring, people really don't have anything to do, they start following these traders. But I remember very well, and OGs here in the chat will confirm this, that a lot of people, even let's just take the last market cycle, they were shorting Bitcoin all from $3,200 all the way to $20,000, and then new all-time highs. And then once it only reached like 30, 35K, they started turning bullish and longing. You do not long Bitcoin like after such a huge move, after it broke out like 100% above its all-time high, right? Or even 50%. You don't start longing Bitcoin there. But that's what people did. And that's exactly why so many people unfortunately got ruined, because they follow these people. And the fact that they want to make money daily takes away huge profits from them, right? You're never going to become rich if you're day trading. Have you ever seen a day trader on the cover of Forbes? No. How many investors have we seen on the cover of Forbes? A lot, right? If you want to be locking in 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 6,000, 10,000% profits, the way to do that is exactly the strategy that I teach. You're never going to make these kinds of profits day trading, right? And you have to be aware of that, like dreams are dreams, and then there's reality, right? There are certain things to do in crypto or speculative markets where you can just make money much easier with a lot less stress, right? And much more of it than, trading and trading and trading. Trading basically, the more you do something, just like the more bets you place or something, the higher the chance becomes statistically that you're going to lose and miss. You see what I mean? Kuju, hey Rob, first, thank you for everything. Will you provide your patrons and the $99 tier when you sell the 19 coins? Thank you, Kuja, for that nice message. Thank you for finding your time to come here. And of course, absolutely, every single time I sell a certain portion of any coin, within 30 seconds to 1 minute, everybody will know about it on Patreon. If you're in the $99 tier with the $99 coins, you're going to know. And if it's the $5 million spreadsheet coins, everybody's going to know once again who has the spreadsheet. So yeah. Glenn Gerard Gorridgely. I'm sorry if I didn't say that correctly. Hello, Rob, my brother. Hello, my friend. How are you? You probably don't remember me. Irish guy working in Saudi Arabia. I haven't caught your life since back in 2016, 2017 when I got into XRP. This year is the year. Hello, my friend. I'm very sorry. I do not mean to be rude, or I just don't like to lie. I don't remember, unfortunately, but the fact that you're here from 2016, 2017 is very nice. Thank you for finding your time to come and join. Snide 316, hello from Snowy IO. Covered in snow, my friend. Here it's super hot. Excuse me, my friends. So yes, please, please let's keep eyes on the prize. These fluctuations of Bitcoin, pumping from 15,000 to 24,000, and now if it falls from 24,000 back to 15,000, whatever, right? These moves don't matter unless you're a trader. And like I keep reiterating, of course, if I see a good opportunity, I will definitely swing trade. But, once the macro accumulation phase begins, I stop swing trading because in the past, I learned from my mistakes. I definitely do not like, for example, I'll give you a perfect mistake. Back in the day, I bought Doge. I was just lucky, right? I was just lucky because I was using my strategy to buy close to the bottom. But I got super lucky one of those very few times where I bought the exact bottom of Doge, the exact bottom. And then it wasn't doing anything for a very long time. If you look at the Doge chart, you'll see that for a long time it wasn't doing anything. It was just ranging while stuff was pumping. And so I was like, okay, this is getting boring. And I sold I'd be like 50 or 60% of my portfolio. After I sold, it wasn't even a week. You know what happened with Doge. That thing went crazy, insane. You know what I mean? So I've learned from my mistakes. I'm definitely not trading after roughly 90, 95, 99% crashes from altcoins and roughly 80% crash from Bitcoin. Historically, like right now, Bitcoin has crashed 78%, right? Historically, Bitcoin has crashed more every single time. But also historically, whenever you bought Bitcoin after a 78% crash and held and waited for the bullish phase of the cycle, you made a lot of money. So the point I'm trying to teach is be realistic. Very rarely will you get lucky and buy the exact bottom or sell the exact top. 90% of the time, you will never be able to do that. I've been trying to do that for a while and I stopped doing that because I realized it's unrealistic. Nobody can consistently do that with any way to be able to basically learn from it and do it. You know what I mean? It's just pure luck. So our job is to wake up, be realistic, buy after massive crashes, buy basically very low, and then sell after huge pumps, sell very high. We do not need to catch the exact bottom. We do not need to sell the exact top. Buy low and lower, sell high and higher. Excuse me. And definitely, I guarantee you this. I remember traders once again constantly trading and locking in profits throughout the last two cycles, making great amounts of money. But then I remember exactly what happens once that reversal hits. I remember exactly what happens, and I remember how people were texting me and DMing me and reading the tweets where people literally say, "Oh man, I wish I had not sold. I wish I had held. I wish I had not traded," right? Because when the bullish phase hits, TA really doesn't matter anymore, right? It really stops mattering. All the RSI, the fib levels, the resistance, horizontal, diagonal, you name it. You name any reason, right? It just goes out the window, right? The CPI data will not matter anymore. Nothing matters anymore. What happens is basically there's hype, there's a lot of excitement, and all people are doing for a certain amount of time is just clicking the buy button. Every single dip is a buy. Right now, every single dip, people are like, oh my God, I'm so scared, right? Every single dip is an opportunity. Every new high is an opportunity to buy and sell at the newer high. People just going crazy. News telling you that everything is amazing. You're I don't know, cab driver, grocery store owner talking about Bitcoin and Dogecoin and other cryptos and altcoins. It just goes crazy. Reason goes out the window. Nobody remembers anything. Nobody cares about anything. It's just buy, 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 buy. We're never crashing again. Utility will never let the market crash. Just like in the last cycle, I kept saying that, guys, we're going to crash hard. Utility is not going to save crypto. There is no utility use case right now. It's just a pipe dream. We're crashing hard. Here we are. We have crashed hard. And that's always once we have crashed hard. Once again, we have the same narrative. Everything looking terrible. Economy going to go down the drain. We're about to go into recession. Worse depression than the first depression in America, the Great Depression 2.0. Don't buy Bitcoin. This is getting banned. I don't know, that getting banned. What was the news today? That the SEC wants to ban staking, right? Although I don't stake. Like, I'm against it. If you know me, if you ever talk to me, I'm all against interest staking, giving your crypto to anybody for anything. I'm against staking and interest. I just believe that's basically greed, and people have got burnt a lot with nests and what have you, really, right? All this other stuff that I'm really not into. So, by the way, there are a lot of scammers out there apparently pretending to be me, impersonating me, and saying that they're into some kind of API, that they're into staking, nests, whatever, nodes, right? Know one thing for sure. I've never touched that stuff. I will never touch that stuff. Know that you're not talking to me. Always make sure you check the Twitter handle. I've probably blocked around 100 people by now who are impersonating me, but they keep appearing. I just blocked another one today, right? So be please very mindful of who you're listening to, who you're talking to, and not when it just comes to me, but other influencers also. Make sure you check the Twitter handle, please, and make sure you check it very carefully. Good morning, Rob. It is sunny there. Yes, it is, my friend. Good morning. Greg, how much do you believe one should invest to become a millionaire using your strategy from this point forward? Well, Greg, like I've been saying, I believe basically you become a millionaire in 2 market cycles. That's how I've done it. I came into this market with $12,800, turned that into hundreds of thousands of dollars in one cycle, got out, waited, accumulated once again, and then turned hundreds of thousands of dollars into millions of dollars, right? So 2 market cycles. This current one, if you're basically just starting or you don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars, let's say you have around $10,000 plus minus, is going to take you, I believe, 2 market cycles. So in this market cycle, you'll be able to turn it into hundreds of thousands of dollars, get out. And then I believe the next cycle is going to be a lot more different. It's not going to be as explosive because of regulations and whatnot. But given the fact that if you make hundreds of thousands of dollars, I still believe you'll be able to make that into millions. I believe that this is, by the way, the last truly explosive market cycle where the little guy, the working man, can make a lot of money. After that, I believe regulations are just going to strangle crypto to the point, so why? I'll explain why, right? I believe that crypto is here to stay, right? Just like I spoke about, silver, gold, coins, cash, checks, debit cards, credit cards, everything that's ever been created, we're still using to this day, right? Everything, right? Stocks, I don't know, you name it, basically bonds. And the same thing with crypto. Crypto is not going anywhere. It's a new asset class. And just like historically other asset classes haven't gone anywhere, this is not going anywhere either. That means that basically the only place it can go, yes, despite crashes, bear markets, and all that, is throughout decades, adoption, right? What needs basically institutions to make money, what needs to happen for all these government officials to make money, they need to heavily regulate it, right? How do you heavily regulate that stuff? You basically start imposing this, these rules. Like, for example, if you want to trade on center point, I believe or interactive brokers, and you want to get rid of the day trading pattern rule, you have to have, I believe, like 35,000 on one of these exchanges and $50,000 on another exchanges. Right away, anybody who does not have $35,000 or $50,000 cannot even trade normally, right? And a lot of these trading platforms, starting capital, say $20,000 or $50,000 or $150,000. Once again, a lot of people don't have that kind of money, right? And right now, let's say we're talking about the SEC, this rumor circling that SEC doesn't want retail to stake crypto, but they didn't say anything about institutions, right? Which is quite ridiculous, because basically what institutions do is they take retail money and then apparently they're accredited and they know what they're doing. They'll be allowed to do all of that. So the rich guy gets richer, the little guy, the poor guy becomes poor, which is just nonsense and ridiculous. If anything, all the financial crisis, every single recession we have had, it has shown that banks, hedge funds, all these supposedly smart investors consistently lose huge amounts of money to the point where they have to be bailed out by the government. So it's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous. But unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. For example, for interactive brokers, I believe like places like interactive brokers will eventually start listing crypto, right? At least blue chips. And in order for that to happen, the place needs to get heavily regulated. And once it gets heavily regulated, nobody will be able, like one of the reasons why crypto will stop being so explosive. Guys with $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 will not be able to buy crypto anymore unless it's going to be on decentralized exchanges, right? So there's always will be a way, I believe, because crypto is crypto. But I'm talking about in a convenient, easily accessible way, where the masses, the normies who can't be bothered to get a crypto wallet, cold wallet, who can't be bothered to do the transfers and figure everything out. They just want to basically log in. They have money. They have an advisor they trust. They log in. They see a nice platform. I just press buy, and there you go. There you go. I have Bitcoin, right? It's very important to make sure it's easily accessible. So this is the last market cycle we're going to do that. You mark my words, in the next market cycle, we're going to see some heavy regulation. In fact, I believe we're going to start encountering some headwinds with regulation this market cycle too. I believe some projects are going to get hit heavy, and that's exactly why I'm diversifying, and that's exactly why I'm saying that I'm going to have a lot of coins by the time the bullish phase of the cycle hits, because I believe that a lot of the coins are going to have a hard time. I'm pretty sure certain coins with certain narratives are going to get hit pretty hard. Can you hear me, my friends? Because OMG is saying sound is not working. Can you hear me, my friends? Please kindly confirm. If you can hear me, please kindly say you can hear me. Okay. Okay, thank you, my friends. So you can hear me. Thank you, my friends. Thank you very much. I appreciate the confirmation. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So yeah, remember, guys, we are looking at the macro picture. We're in a macro accumulation phase. If we get newer lows, if the market does crash further, we stick to the plan. We keep executing our entries in accordance with the Millionaire spreadsheet. Or if I buy a new 99 tier dollar coin, we buy that. We hold. We wait for the bullish phase of the cycle. Right when the time is right, we start selling. Right now, at this point, right now, we're not doing anything unless we see some kind of coin that is down 98, 99, or like 96, 97%. And I think it's a good buy. We stick to the Millionaire spreadsheet. We do not add entries right now. We'll wait. With dollar cost averaged and diversified enough, if the market starts taking off, we'll take profits when it's time. We do not buy and add right now because we already bought at this prices. So if we buy again, we buy upon new lows. So we wait right now, basically. It's a waiting game. We wait. Like I keep reiterating, crypto is like this. 40% of the time you're waiting for the big crashes, then 10% of the time you buy. Another 40% of the time you're waiting for the huge pump. 10% of the time you sell. So you're literally buying and selling only for 20%. The other 80% you're waiting in crypto, right? And the reason why a lot of people get ruined is because they can't wait. They don't have the patience, and they get ruined. They pay the price. Patience is a virtue, and that's definitely very applicable to crypto. So yeah, my friends, do you have any questions before I go? If you have any questions, please let me know, my friends. I'll try to answer a few questions before I go. I'm gonna go enjoy the day with my family. Check the market, do a market update today, like I said. Go back to analyzing more coins, more charts, studying, and making sure we do everything we can to win. Any last questions, my friends? American Phoenix. Right now, I'm not doing anything, my friend. I've taken a break, but once I'm fully moved and fully settled in Dubai, once I find an apartment, yes, I'm gonna start everything once again. I've been freestyle wrestling and doing combat sambo pretty much my entire life, and boxing I picked up later, but it's weird. I've gained weight, and of course, I've been doing my entire life. I can definitely hold my own, but I mean, I can feel I'm out of shape, and it's weird, to stop doing something you've been doing your entire life. So I'm definitely going to start once I'm fully settled. And once everything's set and done, definitely it's going to be a part of my daily routine. Going to hit the gym, and I'm going to, well, because combat sambo is pretty much, and freestyle wrestling is pretty much MMA. So I guess since they don't have combat sambo here, I'm probably just going to go join an MMA club. Yeah, and start going, training. Hey, mate, when do you think we officially entering the bull market? Well, the question to that is on my Patreon, my friend. That's a huge analysis, and that would be a very long answer. But the long and short of it is this: we're technically time frame wise in the middle of where we bottomed in the last two cycles. So time frame wise, it would make sense to have bottomed. Percentage wise, we can go lower. And the thing is, right now we're waiting to see whether or not cycles are lengthening. Right now, there's no data to support this theory that cycles are lengthening. But if we see a new lower low, so if we go below 15,600 Bitcoin, we'll and it basically exceeds the time frame of the penultimate bear market, we'll see that the cycles are lengthening. If we hold 15,600 and we never go below that, and we start taking off, well, that means we're in a 4-year cycle, and that means we're roughly like 1/4 of the way into the cycle. When it really starts getting explosive is like the last year and a half. So we're still going to have to be patient. We're still going to have to wait. I don't expect anything super exciting to happen in 2023, even 2024, as my patrons know. I expect a lot of exciting stuff to start happening around 2025, somewhere around that. Astrid Rannenberg, will there be more coins added to the Millionaire spreadsheet, Rob? That's a very good question, my friend, because I've actually been considering it. And one of these coins I've been considering, I'm waiting to see if it crashes hard, if it retraces hard. To answer that, yes, there are basically right now 2 coins that I'm interested in. And if they crash hard and if they give us good entries, I will add these coins to the Millionaire spreadsheet, because I believe those 2 coins need to be a part of everyone's portfolio. And actually, one of them is in the $99 tier, but it's just so good that I want everyone to have it, Consider G, enjoy your day or night. Not sure what time it is there. Thank you, my friend. It's daytime here. Alba XRP, thank you for your perspectives. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. Sean LaFleur, yep, QNT. That's the one. That's the one, my friend. And then there's a second one. All right, my friends, thank you so much. I really appreciate the fact that you took your time to tune in and talk to me. I really do appreciate it. I know that you guys are busy. I know you have stuff to do. I know you have work, children, whatever, right? You got a life out there. So I really do appreciate the fact that you took your time to tune in. Please kind of put a like. That would really help me. I would really appreciate the like, my friends. And once again, if you want to join my Patreon, get the Millionaire spreadsheet, the $99 tier coins, my market updates, my perspective, my newsletter. It's in the link down below in the description of this video, and it will be in the comment section. Remember, my friends, stay positive. Stay positive. It's very important after huge crashes in the bear market to stay positive. We'll be negative when it's time, when we'll be taking profits, and we'll be saying start exiting. Everybody will be saying we're negative Nancy's and saying we're going to the moon, just like the last time, when we're selling Bitcoin at 57,000, 60,000, and Ethereum around $3,000 to $4,000. Everybody was saying we're negative Nancy, but that was very close to the top, and we locked in those profits. So right now is not the time to be negative. When everything looks terrible, we accumulate in accordance with our strategy. Stay positive. Remember, my friends, that everything is going to be fine. We'll just have to be very patient, extremely patient, and we'll get there. Just be patient, my friends. Manjir, enjoy your weekend, brother. Thank you, my friend. I hope you enjoy your weekend too. You changed my life. Love you, brother. Manjir, that's so nice of you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Love you too. Love you all, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.